Well, hello. Welcome to another episode of Ask a Photo Pro. It's your favorite episode of the week. It is Real Photo Reviews. It is the time and day that I look at your photos. And the thing that's amazing is we have a new way to submit photos. It makes me very happy. And I'm so tired of how hard it is for the YouTube, Discord integration, unlock folders, and all that stuff. I've just deaded all of that. And today is the last time I'm going to be looking at photos submitted through Discord. From here on in, we are looking at photos submitted through my new community. And I have started a new community. The link for my new community is in the video description below, and it is so much easier. Let me show you how you do it exactly. All you need to do is go to thecartymethod.com. Go to thecartymethod.com. You're going to see this in my smiling face. Go right here. It says YouTube submissions. Click YouTube submissions and join my photo reviews here. That is now how you do it. There's no more Discord. And the reason is because I have a thriving community, and my community is popping. And again, the reason that it's popping is because it's just more streamlined. I've had to streamline my whole system, and I feel like as I'm logging into my community here, wow, let me go through the back end. Apologies for this delay. Basically, before you used to have to join here on YouTube as a submission level member, and it's $10 US. But for the people who are in the UK, it's £10. So YouTube is like pinching the exchange rate. For those who are in Canada, it's $15. So it should be like, with the exchange, like $11.60. YouTube is pinching that exchange rate as well as taking 30%. So Discord is another thing where people don't really understand Discord. They're not really getting it. So because it's been like a bit of a friction point where, imagine I have like almost 100 people at photo submission level here on YouTube, but only 60 of them in Discord. So they're paying for photo submission, but they haven't figured out how to make Discord work. So because of all of that, we're just deading that. Honestly, I'm over it. Wow, my frames are really low for some reason, guys. I apologize. My frames are incredibly low. Let me go over here and dead this. Yes, we'll dead that. Hopefully that'll bring some frames up. There we go. So basically, I decided to end my Discord because you would then have to you'd have to integrate your YouTube channel with the Discord. It's like so many steps for you to just get to the point where you could submit photos. And it was a little bit complicated, and sadly too complicated for too many people. Too many people couldn't figure it out. And because of that, it's like, you know what? It's time for like an entirely new way. So I'm going to show you the new community before I get into the very last times that I'm going to be looking at images from Discord. We're going to be moving to this new system. All right. I cannot without music though, because my music is suddenly quit. Let's fix that. So do say hello. By the way, I'm Carty. If you're new, if it's the first time you've ever seen me, we do these streams live, which makes it so, you know, sometimes we're I don't ever really want to delay y'all, but first, let me show ya the community. So this is the new community, and the difference is amazing. Like going from Discord now to this, and I have 3 communities, they're all in the same place. I have my new community, which is right here. I have my YouTube submission community, which is right here, and all my submission folders. And I have my hub. So this is where everything is happening now. And the thing that's amazing is this beautiful photographers directory where we just crossed 100 people who are up in the community, which is amazing. And I want you in there. It's super easy. All you need to do is go to the Carty method and you'll see how to submit and you'll see how to join the community. All the links are right up on the top header. All right. So again, we are getting into some photo reviews. Last week, I gave you an assignment. My assignment was create a photo, make a photo that is a long exposure. And the long exposure, my request was that the exposure was longer than 1 second. Longer than a second. That's basically my request. There we go. So 1 second plus exposures. I'm about to look at what y'all have to show me. The last time, from here on in, we are doing assignments through the Discord. If you're at photo submission level, you're going to notice what I'm going to be doing is deading the photo submission level. So you're going to have to downgrade. I am keeping my YouTube memberships. My YouTube memberships are not disappearing. They are just moving. So memberships essentially, oh my goodness, memberships are not moving. I'm still keeping my memberships so you guys can glitch me and do all this fun stuff like you're doing right now. Memberships still are what sustain this channel. So I'm trying to up the $5 membership people and have more of them, not up the price. The price is always going to be $5. But what I am trying to do is up the value that I'm giving to the people who are members. And if you're a photo review member, downgrade, just go hit the join button and just click the one below, because the end of the week, like as in this weekend, I'm deading the photo submission level, and I'm gonna have to email everybody and say, hey, if you were submission level, this is where you go do it. All right, let's get into real photo reviews. So Calligraphy says this is his oh no, he's actually giving me an example. Let's get into the reviews. Oh my God, I'm looking at the wrong folder. I'm already not ready for it. Okay, so Kyle G. So Kyle said, this assignment, to be honest, hurt my brain trying to think of something creative. The product in this one is field notes, which I use to plan my photography shoots. This photograph, I used light painting to portray the planning of a trip by circling destinations. Shot this one indoors with a small bit of concentrated light, highlighting the field notes. It was a very long and tedious process trying to get a decent shape and form with the light painting. Sony A7 IV, Sony 90mm macro, at 10 seconds at f11. ISO 100. This is Kyle G. Kyle, thanks for submitting. This is so good. So good, Kyle. Like really a beautiful double page spread. Like your discipline with the double page spread here is on another level. Like on another level. This is incredibly strong. And your framing is right. The field notes are featured. The fact that you're highlighting these incredible spots on the map that you have to go to as locations to shoot. The fact that you're leading us using this line, you're leading us from field notes into these destinations. So you're actually taking our eye through the page. This is a win for me, Kyle. This is amazing. Great job. Banger. What a way to start. What a way to start. This is Kyle G. Kyle. Amazing. What a great start. It's Kyle G with our first banger. Okay, Kyle setting the tempo. All right, we're back with my frames. I'm not sure. And again, this is another thing. Discord is a resource hog. It's killing my, Discord takes a lot of resources. For me to, if I quit Discord, instantly like frames go up, machine runs better. So we're so happy to leave Discord. All right, Scott Gunnarsson, EOS R5, 50 millimeter, 1.8, 100 ISO, f22, 8 seconds. Scott Gunnarsson, let's go. Scott Gunnarsson with an 8-second exposure. Scott, this is great. This is great. Really good discipline. I mean, you're on a tripod. With 8 seconds, you really have to watch the camera shake. I think you did a good job here. The idea is really strong. Let's look at it as a cover. It's really strong as a cover. It's compositionally sound, and it's a good idea. The blur makes it so you can't see the people. They're not recognizable. This is exactly what I wanted from you, Scott. Let's go. Scott, I know you're having a hard time getting into the new community. I know we're going to figure it out. I'm not sure why that's the case, but I'm making it my mission in the next 24 hours to make sure that you can join my new community, because I really, for the life of me, can't understand why. Again, downgrade your membership from submission to regular and rejoin the submission community. See what happens there, okay? All right. And again, I have tech people to help you if you are running into obstacles. All right. You shouldn't be, because this process is way easier and you figured out this one. All right. This is Anna. Anna says, experimented a little with long exposure before. I knew it could be hard to get a satisfactory result. This time I tried something new and I'm quite happy with how the image turns out. Use 3 lights, 2 Godox LED light tubes as my constant sources, magenta and blue, and a strobe light bounced off the wall. All my lights come from the sides, no front light. Nikon D780 35mm f18 at 1.65 seconds, ISO 100. And the model is Anna's eldest son. Anna, let's go. Oops, that's the wrong screen. Sorry, kids. Let's go, Anna. This is good. And I mean, the double page spread factor here, Anna, is fantastic. Like really strong. Looking how that works between 2 pages is really great. The fact that he's punching from one page to the other, I think is really strong as well. He's a righty, so he jabs with his left and he keeps the right up. The way that you photographed him makes it so he's blocking. I agree. He's blocking his face. It doesn't bother me. It actually creates a little bit of mystery and also forces you to look at the fact that he's so fit. Forces you to look at his body, forces you to look at the product. So the drag makes it look like he's moving really fast, which is super. By the way, can you tell my boxing prowess? Oh my goodness, Anna, this is a win for me. This is a win. This is 100% an 11. It's just perfect. I mean, I don't know if you use the magenta to kind of bias yourself because you know it's my branding and you know it's going to look great on stream, but you killed this one. This is great. Very, very, very good. This is Anna Kaya, all the way from Ottawa, Canada. All right, Anna, good job. Who's next? Ooh, Tom Fox. First time doing a fiber optic portrait. My girlfriend being my model. Kind of tricky to nail focus, but I'm happy with this result. Z6 ISO 100, f10 70 millimeter, 49 seconds. 49 seconds. 49 seconds, sister. Let's go. All right, Tom Fox, this is a banger. I mean, the fact that I get to pull these photographs out of you, amazing. This is really a win for me, Tom. Let's have a look at the focus. Your focus is okay for me. The glasses are really rip sharp. Like, this is next level. Let's look at it as a cover. Tom, again, like, tell me these photos reviews don't help. Like, seeing you progress over the last months, like, it really is something. This is a fantastic, I mean, other than the fact that you're up lighting, it's always a bit odd when you're lighting up rather than down. My next suggestion when you try this is focus more on, like, rather than coming up slow, come down slow from the top, because then you're not going to get that underlight look like you get when you at Halloween put a candle under your face. Ooh, and it'll have like a little bit more of a flattering feeling. Other than that, like, this is 100% an 11 for me. This is a win. It's great, guys. Really great consistency so far today. Like, on the money. Very, very pleased. Very pleased. Another great thing about, by the way, these new communities is the assignments are, you submit them as challenges and you mark them completed. And then you can see how many assignments that you've completed. And then we can look back at old assignments and I can see who won the photo of the week 3 weeks ago and 3 months ago. And it's all contained within its own little, it's beautiful. It's so much cleaner and it's so much easier for you to get into the community. Like, and there's no more having to link your YouTube. So it's pretty sick. All right. That was Talks. Let's look at Liza Hyder. This was a challenging mind-bending assignment. For this assignment, I suspended several triangular chandelier crystals. Let's go, Liza. Using monofilament and a pull on C-stands. I absolutely love chandeliers and light installations. I have 3 boxes of beautiful crystals I use for decorating things around my house and mobiles I make for fun. I wrapped white tulle around Alicia's body, placed Alicia behind the crystals, and directed her to sit as still as possible as we shot hundreds of frames for 3 hours. I hope I picked the right frame for this one. The model would occasionally gently move the crystals, causing an ethereal blurred effect. Shot on a Gitzo tripod using window light, LED video light, and an LED vivid light on the ground for some added sparkle to the crystals, and a silver reflector. Nikon D850 50mm ISO 31. F16 at 1 second. This is Liza Hyder. Liza, thanks for submitting. Liza, you nailed it. Let's have a look at the focus. The focus is really the only factor. It's just a touch blurred, but the idea is really there. The composition is really there. The outfit, the wrapped in tulle, and the fact that these are blurred really adds to the effect. The focus being a bit soft gives us a little bit of a dreamlike feeling, but I want you to watch her eyes because it looks like she's almost like a little bit in a blink. Like, her eyes look a little, not like they're being held closed. It looks like she's almost blinking. So again, with these frames, because it's so specific, I would make sure that I'm choosing the frame at 100%. And I would be at this level and now just like scrolling through and making sure that I'm picking frames that are like 100% tight in focus. then I would back up to this level and then start choosing frames that I like this way that are also 100% in focus. Watch your chin angle. This girl's head is up just a little bit, and you're actually losing her jawline because she's allowing shadow to go underneath here. And because of that, now we lose where her jaw is and her head blends into her neck. So we need you to like have her turn her face down just a little bit, which will strengthen her jawline, create a little bit of shadow under her chin, and create separation. This is a really good effort. It's a touch soft, but background, visual sensibility, the idea, everything is there. This is like has all the elements. You're just missing it just a touch on the focus, Liza, but nothing is like it's not like a deal breaker. See if you have a different frame. See if you have a different frame with her chin a little bit lower. All right. That was Liza Hyder. Let's look who is next. All right. Next up is Sebastian K. Hello, beautiful people. Self-portrait shot with a 35mm ISO 100. 3.5 at 2.5 of a second, meaning 2.5 seconds. Shot. Shoot of the light at the end of the exposure. Okay, I'm losing that. Plus shoot of the light at the end of the exposure. Okay, so yeah, that I'm missing, but Sebastian, English is his second language, so I understand. Gotta forgive Sebastian. Let's go, Sebastian. So this one's really interesting. I like this frame. You're in focus on this picture, and then it goes out of focus, which is like interesting. Like, I'm not sure how the focus changed in between these two captures. Your hand going out of frame here is a little like, I really want the rest of your hand, the edge of your sweater right here. Like the distance that we have here versus the distance that we have here. But yes, I do see that you're centering your head that way. It's like, yes, you executed the assignment, but it becomes incredibly difficult when you're doing these kinds of assignments and you're the model. You're a portrait photographer. You really, when you don't have a subject, it becomes super, super difficult. The location here inside your house with the blinds and seeing a little bit of outside and the stuff on the table and the chairs in the back, like the stuff in the background starts to become distracting. And then the lighting being as if it's just from the keyboard is starting to put some weird shadows on the wall and some weird shadows with the plant. So it's tricky because I know if you had a subject, Sebastian, you would have shot a totally different picture. I know it would have been a completely different photo. And I'm always trying to get you to shoot subjects because that's when you truly, truly shine, trying to fit yourself into self-portrait, trying to fit yourself into any of these assignments that you do, a lifestyle assignment, a portrait assignment. Like it fills the assignment, but it doesn't fill your portfolio. It fills the assignment, but it doesn't fill your portfolio. So what we're trying to do is continually find subjects so we can execute these ideas. You're a lifestyle photographer as well. There's lifestyle ideas. Go to a restaurant, get a tripod, put your camera on the tripod, set a scene. People are eating and there's like slow shutter speed. So you show like a little bit of movement, like add the like when you shot that event for the soccer and there was such life and vibe. Like if you don't have a subject, put yourself into those scenarios and try to execute the assignment that way. It's a little bit harder, but it puts you outside your comfort zone and it helps you get photos that are a little bit more deep and have more of a breadth, like you can use them to show people afterwards. You know what I mean? For me, this one, Sebastian, like I think you understand what I'm saying. I just think that there's like, we need to not use you as a replacement for a model. It's like, think of how you can shoot a different type of work that fills a different area of your portfolio when you're stuck in that situation, because you have to be behind the camera so you can actually frame. It's impossible to frame and then make this kind of shot, because then you get what you get. And you don't want to get what you get. You want to get something that you can actually use. And that happens when you have a subject in front of you and you can direct them. You know that, and you've done that so many times. Sebastian Kawaka. All right. This is Doyle Daniels. After trying a few things, I tried to go for something subtle. I wanted to work with my friend Bree, being Pride Month. I had her hold as still as possible while wringing her hands. This was still really hard. Shot on the Fujifilm X5 50mm, 4.5 at 1 second, ISO 125, using a 3-stop neutral density filter. Doyle Daniels tricked us with a neutral density filter, and this is a big brain move because it meant that he was able to get a slow enough shutter speed in the light conditions that he wanted. So this is Doyle Daniels. Doyle, thanks for submitting. This is a vibe. This is a vibe. Let's look at it as a cover. It's definitely a vibe. And where you see the motion is in her hands, because she's staying relatively still, like really still. We got great focus on the skin, on the face, and the hands are moving. Like this is the vibe, and something that the whole picture's in focus. The whole picture's super sharp. It's in relatively bright daylight, and you manage to get this motion. This is a win for me, Doyle. The color combination, the way that you pulled the color from here and pulled the color off of here, it's really good. I love the dappling here of the sun going through the shadow, but you shot her in shadow. You metered for the shadow, and you exposed this properly. Like, this is a banger for me, Doyle. Well done. Amazing. That's Doyle Daniels. Big deal. Big deals. Doyle Daniels. All right. This is Donna. For this assignment, I used both a bottle of Coronita and tiny red lights. Just moved them back and forth really fast, and this was the result. Shot with my Canon Rebel 50mm lens. Shot at f8. Shutter 8, aperture f3.5. So 8 seconds. Got it. Okay, I'm like, shutter 8? It says 8.0, but yeah, that's 8 seconds. ISO 100. This is Donna Cranshaw. Let's go, Donna. Thanks for submitting. Donna, this is dope. This is dope. Let's look at this close. Donna, let's go. Really tight focus. Really tight focus. Yeah, this is good. I mean, again, the block on the bottom here, Donna, like you could easily have framed this like this. So now you don't see the block. In fact, you could lower yourself so it's more like right on the bottom of the frame. Because look at this. We see the bottle. This is great. What's happening back here is great. But look at this block here, right? And then also this block here and this block here. It's all unnecessary. Do you know what I mean? So my vibe is eliminate this block altogether, right? Eliminate this block altogether. And once you eliminate this block and take this out, put this down here, right? So now this horizon goes straight through. Then lower yourself so you're hitting it lower. Also, look at how this line isn't straight. Wrong tool. This line isn't straight here. This isn't straight. And this line isn't straight compared to the horizon line. So the more lines that you reveal, the more distracting it is from the product that we're trying to see. Like, there's nothing that is below right there that's important. So that now I want you to be thinking about, like, when you're shooting, what's in the frame below the product and how necessary is that? I would love to see this just on black plexiglass, just black plexiglass. I think you did too many back and forth streaks, but it does generate a beautiful light. So my suggestion would be keep going with the back and forth streaks and make it so you're filling the whole frame, not just this one area that you're going over and over again. Like, fill the whole frame. So again, small things, Donna, but this thing that you're doing with the always putting your product on a platform and then putting that platform on another platform and then showing all of it, stop doing that. Stop showing us behind the scenes of your photo. Make sets that you can you could show. The fact that this is low, this horizon line is so low, perfect. Just get rid of this box and put this down there and lower yourself. Like, you need to just drop way low. And if you need to have a higher table so you're not like crouching over so hard, do that. But again, Donna, this is so close, but your photograph exists right there. Like, that's the picture. You're photographing the bottle. So don't show me all of this stuff that you're doing underneath. And in fact, we use intelligent imitation. You hear me say intelligent, you hear me say intelligent imitation. You hear me say that over and over and over and over again. So then you look at a Coronita bottle and you see how it's photographed, and you see there's no horizon line. There's no horizon line. And then you look here and you see how you're creating all this blockiness. Like, do your light painting over a set like this. And how you do that is just by getting a piece of plexiglass. It's super simple. You just get a piece of plexiglass and a thinner piece of plexiglass that moves. And I have one. And literally, you can just you can bend it. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
you can bend it. So that, like, the bend is what we're trying to do. This is a very bad line. So we're going to draw a straight line like this. This is your background. And then you bend it. And then this becomes your floor. And then there's no seam. This is why it's called a seamless. People use paper. When you pull down seamless paper, this is called the cove. Like, this part right here is called the cove. So there's shooting walls which have this built in and it's made of cement, but we do this with paper. Now with the still life, you need flexible material. You can get a half roll of seamless paper and build a little cove like this, so you can shoot like a seamless look like this, Donna. Like, that's the vibe. So you can shoot a seamless look like this and not have to close crop it. And then, I mean, that's totally close cropped. Let's look at beer, studio photography, and look at other beer bottles, other beer photography. Like, start thinking about top down. I've said so many times, top down. top down. Top down. Please shoot top down. Like, start learning how, like, this was the idea that you were trying. This is a horrible close crop. This is a horrible close crop. Like, this bottle wasn't shot on this background. But you need to try to do something like this. If you're going to try to do something like with beer, try to do some, like, find references. Like this top, like, look at this. This is, if you're going to do beer photography, this is what beer photography looks like. It looks like that. So, like, find beer photography that's incredible, and then imitate it. And then when you see bad beer photography, it becomes really, like, when you see bad beer photography, it becomes really apparent when you see bad beer photography. Like, just bad. Better. But then you see photography that's on another level. Like, so much better. So whatever product you're shooting, whatever product you're thinking of shooting, dive deeper into reference. This costs, to do this photo, it costs you $4. Go to the store, buy a bag of ice, throw that ice into like a shallow tray, put the beer bottle down, light it, take your photo. Like, it's so simple. It's hard, but it's simple. You know what I mean? Like, you're shooting bath products, beer, face products, and you're shooting them all the same way on this sort of platform idea. And it's like, you need to go further, and you need to look at references before you take a photo of any single product. And also, you then, once you start deep diving, you start to see behind the scenes photos. So you can see how people are actually lighting beer. So you actually get to see what the sets look like. Does your set look like this? You see how he's using a tray so he can control the height. He's using a light stand so he can control the height. So it's simple, not easy. Exactly, Mike. So again, intelligent imitation. Like, this kind of vibe gets you this kind of photography. So, yeah, lean in, Donna. Lean in. It can't be these little toes in the pool when you're trying to be a world-renowned product photographer. You got to be like going heavy, and it's all in your research and investigation. Thank you for submitting, Donna. I hope that helps you. Again, don't forget, your photo exists here, right here. Right there. All right. That was Donna. Thank you for submitting, Donna. By the way, if you want to submit your photos for review, all you need to go is go to the Carty method, and you will see YouTube submissions right on the top bar. Click that, join, and you'll unlock my community and all the photo submission folders. And I also have a brand new Discord replacement community. Also, go to thecartymethod.com. You'll see community on the top. Click that community, join, and hang out with the others that are hanging out right there with us in that community. Sleepy Hollow. So here's my attempt at this week's assignment. Learn 2 things. Don't shoot outside with lots of natural light, and how to make people disappear from architectural spots if you just want the landmark. Neutral density filter is what you got to do, exactly like Doyle Daniels Slippy. You use a neutral density filter. It cuts out stops, and then you can shoot at slower shutter speeds. So he had to resort to going inside a museum. Shot on a Sony A7R3 55mm f/22, 6-second exposure, ISO 50. This is Sleepy Hollow, also known as Slim. Slippy, this is dope. This is dope and ominous quite ominous. Let me just zoom in my cover. Very ominous. I really like this, Slippy. This is a vibe. I mean, let's go. Calligraphy with the gifted membership. Calligraphy, the superstar. Let's go. Calligraphy, thank you, my guy. There you are. I see you. Thank you for gifting a membership to this channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. Again, memberships are staying because of this. It's dope. You get your name on the screen. And Sean Cooling, you just got gifted by our man Calligraphy. So Slippy, small things, man. It's really just how dark we are under here. It's like we have perfect exposure under here, perfect exposure up under the arches. The composition is really strong. I'm dying here with the smoke. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Composition is great. It's just like this is shade or shadow, and it starts to get like blue. So it's almost like there's two different color balances. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of like a gradient here where you lighten this area just a touch so we have just a little bit more shadow detail. For me, based on your readings, you said that you were at F22 at 6 seconds. I would just shot this at F16. I literally would have shot this at F16 at the same amount of time, you know, or like cut the amount of seconds in half. So you're still going to get the blur, but it's just going to give you a little bit more detail in here. That's honestly, Slippy, the only thing is just, I just want more detail in these spirits that are moving up the stairs. Well done. That was Slippy Hollow. Well done, Salim. Thanks for submitting, my guy. Slippy. Okay. Again, shutter speed assignments are tricky. This is Stefanos. Thanks to my friend, we managed to do a photo session. After many photos, I decided this was the one I really liked. Focusing was hard, and most of the photos were out of focus. This one's not too sharp, but it was one of the best I could find. Used two lights, both on the same side. Sony A7 III, Tamron 28-75, shot at 52 millimeters, f16, 3 seconds, ISO 100. This is Stefanos. Let's go, Stefanos. It's tricky when you're shooting people with constant light on a slow shutter speed. Like that, it's just slow shutters. Like what you do is you shoot strobe and then you let ambient sort of trail in. Like there's different ways to do it, but the focus factor is something that like I definitely see and I understand. There seems to be like some crazy trailing that's happening like from this catch light in her eyes. But again, like the idea is cool. It's a strong cover. Let's just fix this masthead. If it was a cover, this would be it. You've already pre-cropped it for me. Like the look in her eye is cool. It's just the mixed light. Once you start getting into mixed light, it starts getting tricky because now I'm seeing this part here of her nose where you placed that light. It's not pushing in the color. Yes. So that starts to look a little bit odd that this part here has no color. The placement of and again, it's because you did just all kinds of like movement and stuff like that. And I definitely understand it. The plastic drop sheet background is dope. I think that that's like a cool idea. Again, I would like to see more investigations with this, and I'd love to see you try to do this with studio strobe instead of LED, or a mix of studio strobe and LED so you can freeze her and then have a little bit of exposure happen afterwards. But again, this is a very good attempt. It's almost making me want to give you this assignment again, like for reals. It's almost making me want to give you this assignment again. GT Ricci. So Sony A7 III, Mitagon Zhejiang Speedmaster 50mm f.95, 1 second exposure at ISO 100. I believe I stripped off all the ND filters at this point and had the aperture someplace around 3.5 as we were coming up on nightfall. Probably overexposed a bit in camera, pulled back some more in post. 1 second is an eternity when panning. Approached this assignment knowing I wanted to do handheld street photography in New York City. Well, I made several frames on a tripod and used handheld to depict motion from a viewer's point of view. So both of which I was trying to grab a model on the street. I chose to submit this image because it pushed my limits. I've enjoyed using panning for years. Typically I shoot at about 1/5 of a second. Calligraphy, did you just gift another membership, my guy? What is happening right now? What is happening right now? Thank you. Thank you. You're tripping me out. Culture Invasion Podcast. You just got gifted a membership. This is GT Ricci. GT, thank you for submitting. The 1 second pan is amazing, and you really held that frame. You really held that frame, so the discipline is great. Calligraphy, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you. I appreciate you. This is really strong, GT. Great fixed gear. Like the fact that you don't know who it is. The color is great. The background streaking is great. The exposure is a bit low for me. I know you said it was overexposed, but this to me is under by about half a stop. I'd love to see this yellow pop a little bit more. I'd love to see the skin tone not look so gray. If you have that exposure, give me, and drop this in the photo submission channel in the new community, link in the description, because I'd love to see different options of exposure for this so I can help you tune like what a banger exposure for this would be. This is a banger though for me. I like it. For me, it's just a touch dark, but the framing is perfection. It's bang on, bang on, bang on, bang on. Good shit. Good shit. All right. That was GT Ricci. This is Colin from Arresting Photos. Good Discord destruction evening. Yes, this is the last time we are using this for submitting. So this is Discord destruction. I've been away visiting family. I didn't know if I was going to get a submission this week. I only had my camera and one light. This proved really challenging. Product shot of beach footwear, partially lit with a flashlight, which I also used to draw an infinity loop, because your comfort level will be infinite when you wear these to the beach. Nikon D5600 50mm 1.8 f/16 10 seconds ISO 100. This is Colin from Arresting Photos. Thanks for submitting, Colin. You had very minimal equipment, but really managed to shoot something that works. The black on black is great. The black on black truly is great. The light painting with the fat flashlight starts to get a little bit tricky because you can see you don't really have hard edges with the flashlight. This is one of those things where you actually needed two flashlights. You needed one flashlight to light the shoe and then another flashlight that's more of a pin light to do some light painting. This is a little blocky. It feels a little clunky and it almost looks like it could have been put in after the fact. For me, in this one, I would have left it possibly without. I would have left it possibly without the infinity and still stayed with it. You know what I mean? I feel like you had something definitely gone in here. This just makes it feel just a touch messy. But again, it's like the fact that you lit this with a flashlight, the fact that you got this in under the wire, this is all This is all a lot and very much a lot to do on every week. The thing that's great is you could easily take this infinity symbol out without losing any factor in the picture. I think it would be stronger with just the all black personally, Colin. Great job though. Thanks for submitting. And thanks for getting this under the wire. Yeah. Getting it in under the wire is insane. All right. Let's have a look at Curaçao. Hey Carty, I thought it'd be interesting to go back to the same spot from a week ago and take a photo with a long exposure during the night to show movement, but also the stillness of architecture. Sony A7 III, Sigma 24-70 2.8, art lens shot at 40 millimeters, 76 second exposure. F11, ISO 320. This is Curaçao. Thanks for submitting, Curaçao. Same spot as last time. Really strong, dude. Really strong. I like this a lot. I like the 5-point, 8-point, 12-point, 20-point streaks. I also like the fact that you see streaks from the highway or these trains that are going back here. Watch your speed sign. I love the light flares on this. This is gorgeous. And of course, this leading line and streaking us through, and the fact that it goes in front of that car. Just the ambient that's happening all over this is just working for me. It's a strong photo. It's a win for me, man. It's great. It's a great architectural. That's what you do. You're an architecture photographer and you manage to use shutter speed to show movement and the fact that you shoot architecture. So for me, this is an 11. Very, very, very well done. No brainer. That was Curaçao. So good. Well done, guy. Let's go. If you're running a photography business, especially if you're doing that and juggling photo shoots, I've got something that might be a game changer for you. It's called Indie, and trust me, it's like having a personal business assistant, only it's affordable. First off, imagine creating eye-catching project proposals super easily. Indie helps you do that so you can impress your clients and get more gigs. Plus, there's these ready-to-go contracts which are a breeze to sign thanks to electronic signatures. No more paperwork headaches. Then there's the task management part. You know how you have to keep track of a million things? Indie has a great to-do list and digital tools that let you visualize your work and keep everything super organized. It's really helpful. Invoicing, Indie's got you covered. Send out professional invoices and estimates and let your clients pay through options like PayPal, Stripe, Zelle, and even pay you by check if they need to. Working closely with clients, Indie has a cool client portal where you can chat, share files, and keep everybody in the loop. It's like your project command center. You don't need to use Google Drive. For those of you who are still billing by the hour, there's a time tracker that logs how much time you're spending on each project. Talk about making life easier. And then there's extras like file storage for your photos, customizable forms for all your client interactions, and a calendar that gives you a bird's eye view of your schedule. Here's the kicker. With my promo code CARTY35, you can get 35% off your first year of Indie's Pro plan, which works out to be about $7.80 a month if you go monthly, and an even better deal of $5.85 a month if you pay annually. It's $5.85. So if you want to focus more on the creative side of your business and less on that stuff that you don't like doing that much, Indie is your go-to. Click the link in the video description, use my code CARTY35, and watch the magic happen. Give it a go. See how it works for you and watch how it transforms your business. Thanks so much. All right. Thanks to Indie for sponsoring this podcast. And again, Indie is a way that you can share client stuff so you don't have to use PickTime or use Google Drive like I do or have been in the past. It's way easier. I'm going to be doing a full deep dive and a full run through on how to use all the different sections in an upcoming episode, because so many of my people have signed up with Indie and are like, oh dude, I just use Indie for that. I just use Indie for client proposals, quotes, invoices, all that stuff. Super easy. All right, Brandon. Welcome, Brandon. First ever submission. Being connected to the international community in the USA, I've witnessed many bright-eyed humans come with the promises for a better future, assumptions of gold-lined streets and lives full of abundance. Unfortunately, they're often met with harsh realities of mental and financial struggles. The resources ensuring success are very much dwindling. Our legislation, one legislative action at a time. This photo represents the soulful happiness of leaving the body as created by Old Glory, the nickname of the flag, as freedom is usually exchanged for one's own happiness. Shot with the R5, 50mm, 1.8, shot at f11, ISO 60, 10-second shutter speed. Brandon, B2 Unlimited. Let's go, Brandon, for submission. I really like the concept. I really, really like the concept. Again, it's such a strong idea for a concept. The focus is where, again, it's one of those things where when we really start to look up close at the main picture, we start to lose it, because all of these exposures seem to happen in one exposure. And it's tricky. And how you do this is, again, you use flash and a dark room, but it's tricky because you're trying to do this drag. Like, technically this becomes very much a nightmare when you're trying to get the drag in between the multiple shots. How I've done it in the past is I have a flash system I shoot with Elechrome, and Elechrome allows you to program your flash so it flashes multiple times. And I'm just going to pull up a shot here that I've done. And again, yes, sir, this isn't on my website, sadly, I'm realizing. There it is. So this is an example of what I do when I'm shooting and doing this type of stuff. Like, I try to do multiple flashes, and because it's flash, it's super sharp, and it's, rather than trying to drag in between the frames, what I do is just picture. And you can leave, and again, it's not picture. It's like the shutter's open the whole time, but my flash goes fire. So the shutter's open for like a second, and then I just move the camera a little bit in between. For me, where we're losing it, Brandon, is that main photo and the sharpness on this main photo. The concept, the execution, the concept, is really strong. I think this is also something that would work in black and white because it's relatively a colorless photo because of the black background. Seeing the strong red, white, and blue on that one side would actually really add to the photo. We're losing the fact, like, I just noticed now that she's holding a passport. So the fact that she's holding a passport, I just noticed on the second look of this photo, because there's so much blur, we don't catch it. So again, this is something that, again, it's a great concept, but I feel like you can work this technically to get it to the point where you're understanding exactly what's happening without having to really study it. Again, I hope that helps. It's a great concept. I would love to see you re-execute this photo and nail the technical stuff, because it's hard. Again, I gave you this assignment because, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. You know what I mean? Taylor Tay photo. Heat in motion. A portrait of my old friend. Had it for over 30 years since I was a scout as a kid in the 90s. Has traveled 30,000 miles with him. Nikon Z6 II, 40mm f2, f5.6, shot at 2 seconds, ISO 100. This is Taylor Tay photo. Taylor, thanks for submitting. It's the fact that you've had this stove for 30 years is super dope. Like, I love the idea. For me, it's the set. First thing that I'm
Yes or
seeing
yes?
is the handle is cut off. Like, I want to see the rest of this. The next thing that I notice is that I'm losing the edge of the top pot that's being cooked on here. So obviously this is your feature, but because you're including this pot on top of the stove, I need to see all of it. And the fact that this pot needs a real SOS pad clean if you're going to use it as part of product photography, because this now is product photography. And seeing this stainless steel pot, and seeing like water stains and stuff like that, like for photography, it's impossible to retouch this. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can't take this out in post on chrome and not have it look really messy. So this sort of becomes like, okay, would I have shot this pot on here? You know, because you're shooting this, and if you look at the stove looks like it's pretty much mint, with the exception of like a couple of little ticks and wear and tear, but the stove is perfect. But the pot is what needs a little bit of attention here. And again, the framing, like everything down here for me is okay. Where we lose it is up here. And again, not losing this edge here and that line here and that line here for me is a little bit extra. But again, and also the exposure, you're shooting this at night. The exposure, you're trying to shoot at such a time where we actually get the propane coming up. I got that. What I would have done if I was shooting, just rotate this pot that way so this handle is in the back. And then it's not being cut out. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's the simplest thing. Just rotate this pot backwards. So now you don't see that at all. And then because this handle is no longer here, now you can punch in. Now you can actually zoom in and crop it here. And then it becomes more about the stove and less about what's on top of it. So a couple of things that you can do. I hope that helps. I hope that brings you value. Again, a reflector, some sort of extra external LED or something to give us just a little bit of separation up here would have really made me happy. And back here, because we're losing the pot into the background because of the way that it's reflective. I mean, I like the background. I like the fact that it's on a wood block. All of those things are very campy and very cool. I would have rotated this a little bit to have hide that white sticker. I would retouch that little flick in post, and Bob's your uncle. Good job. All right. That was Taylor Tay Photo. Taylor Tay Photo. We are looking at photos by Ronin. This is a very interesting assignment. I will definitely go and take more of these types of shots in the future. Sony A7 III Sigma 24-70, shot at 2.8, or f2.8 art lens, shot at 38 millimeter, shutter set to bulb, 121 second exposure, f11, ISO 100. 121 second exposure. This is Ronin. Ronin, thanks for submitting. A nice, bright, beautiful photograph. It almost looks like daylight. Compositionally incredibly strong. I love the leading line. I love this leading line, how you're pulling me through the photo. You're leading me, following me where these cars are going. I love these, that arrow pointing you that way, these little arrows, and this infinite depth of field where you have perfect depth of field. Again, when you're shooting with super narrow apertures, you get this amazing starlight on all the lights. This is a win-win-win for me, Ronin. Really good. Look at it as a double page spread. It fits between 2 pages. It does. It fits between 2 pages well. I mean, yes, I wouldn't mind the gutter dropping right here on the other side of this part of the house. So when the magazine goes, it doesn't clip the house right here, which it would. Keep in mind, between this line here and this line, this is where the magazine like goes in like that. So we do lose a little bit. So my thing is I would just adjusted myself so the gutter drops like on this side of the page. So the gutter drops like, call it right here. That's like the last sort of small thing, but a very good photo, Ronan. Great job. Photos by Ronan. All right. This is Jay Williams, Kurzik. On the surface, he looks calm and ready. Shot on the Pentax K3 Mark III, 50 millimeter ISO 100, 2 seconds at f7.1. Kurzik Williams. Let's go, Jay. It's a great idea. It's a great concept, and this double exposure being like very, very subtle, I really like. The exposure's a little hot. You can see the exposure on your forehead. This is probably, I would call that 2/3 of a stop over. The exposure that you're getting here on your arms is like, we'll call this normal. This is where we're trying to get. The exposure here on this black tee, you can see this is looking gray. So I would I would drop your exposure overall. Global, I would drop by, call it 30%. This is going to make this go more black, and it's going to make this a little bit more detailed, and it's going to drop that burning highlight on your forehead. It's something you can definitely save. Just reprocess this for me and post in our new community. I like the fact that you have a little bit of movement in your hands between these two. This is a really strong picture, John. This is a really strong picture, Jay. Again, it's just watch your exposure. I notice that your stuff has a tendency to go a little bit hot. You have a tendency to run hot, Jay. A little bit high in your exposure. Anna had that problem early, trying to help her correct and like visually see just a little bit darker. This is just a touch too burned out. And a good tell is always by looking at things that are black. This is black. And if you look at this shirt black, you can see too much detail, like actually too much detail. And also keep in mind, you're doubling the exposure. You're shooting over the same thing twice. So because of that, you actually have to cut some of your exposure because you're doubling up on the sensor. So keep that all in mind. Kurzik, let's go. All right, hope that brings you value. G is him. Were your ears ringing, Carty? Because I cursed you through the first 100 frames. I needed this assignment, even though it warped my brain. Shot with the 1DX 50 millimeter, 1 second f4 ISO 100. Let's go. G is him. Well, look at you. You did something then. You did something then, though. You did something. You did something, though. You made something interesting. You're very disciplined as far as your double page framing. This is clever. Like this is clever, man. I actually think this is really good. Like there's small things like technically you saw like she's in focus perfectly here because you're lighting so hard from the side this way. You can see her nose is being shadowed by the direction that the light's coming from. She's getting a little bit of weirdness in here. And also where her eye is looking further that way than it is this way. So make sure that you're not getting too much white of the eye that comes like when they're not following exactly where their nose is, especially with where the highlight is dropping on her eye. Again, I really wish that that highlight dropped over like a brown part of her eye rather than the white. A small thing, man. I just wish that she had a little bit of eye contact on this one. The green here is blurred because you can't focus in two places at the same time. Like she's moving and she's moving from white light into green light. And I think that that's super cool. I'm okay with this side being as soft as it is because this is tack sharp. So, I mean, again, G, this is a win for me. This is a win. You're learning studio lighting. There's so many different elements that you have going on in this photo, but it's a win, and you're very disciplined as far as watching your gutter, the center of the magazine. Again, if you could have just separated them a little bit, like had her a little bit more extreme to one side and a bit more extreme to the other to create a little bit more gap where the gutter is, you would have, like, it would just give us a little bit more separation. But overall, this is definitely a banger. Well done. Well done. All right. So, as mentioned, there is going to be no more photo submission level here on YouTube. We are moving all of this over to the Carty method. Who's got a question? Stephanos, what can I help you with, my guy? Stephanos. Can I suggest a strobe light to buy? Should I get the newer Vision 4? Yeah, like that. The thing that's great about that one is it's wireless, meaning it doesn't have to plug into the wall. It runs off a battery and it gives you 1,000 flashes, and you can use it outside. You can use it outside. The thing that is not as good as that for that one is that it doesn't give you a plug-in option. It's just off of the battery. Suggestion, buy another battery, but it eliminates cords. So I have both. Like I don't have the Vision, but I'm buying that one because I want to have an outdoor strobe option. But a strobe indoors that you can plug in corded is recommended. And I also recommend a couple of Godox heads just because they're easy to get. They're on Amazon and you can just cop it easily. Let me just find a recommended okay, let me just, hey, my dog's inside. So even just looking up one of these Godox Studio Flash heads, like this has an LED modeling light, Studio Flash. Look at the price. They're so inexpensive now. Like my first studio light cost $1,200. My first one, like impossibly expensive. So now my recommendation, try to get something that doesn't have this type of a light bulb. Try to get something that has an LED. And again, all you got to do is just, you see here, LED modeling light. Just look for one of those because there's so many good ones. This is another one that has an LED modeling light right here. So that's what I suggest. And the prices are ridiculously low. Stay away from these with the light bulb style. Not like they're bad. It's just you will replace these bulbs all the time. This LED bulb, you'll never have to replace. It'll last forever. So that's my suggestion, you know? And again, it's like, especially if you're new, at less than $200, these things cost less than a speed light. So that's what you do. And then just start buying accessories, start getting modifiers and stuff like that. And yeah, like that's the vibe. Like I would start there. I have Ellen Chrome heads, which is like a couple levels up. You just go to ellenchrome.com and find some of their, I use monolights, and it's like I have an equivalent to the D-lights. These are what I use as my rears. This one, equivalent. Although it's not that one. Mine are called BRXs. And then I have the ELC. I have monolights. I have the ELC 500. I have this one. So this is not that. Well, I guess that's what it looks like now. But yeah, I have this light. Mine's a bit bigger because it's a bit older. Yeah, it looks closer to this one. So I have two. I have two different kinds, but from the same brand. I have one ELC and two BRXs, all from this brand. And then I have a bunch of continuous, continuous light, which it's also necessary to have like hot lights, you know? So hope that helps you, Stefano. All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 photos to go. All right. This is Mike Steinmatz's the first one that I decided. This was the one at first I decided didn't make the cut. The more I looked at it, the more I liked it. Randolph County Courthouse in Arkansas. Canon R8, 50 millimeter, shot at f9, 15 seconds, ISO 100. Mike Steinmatz. Let's go. Mikey. It's a good capture. You pre-cropped it for me. I mean, this is a cover of a magazine. It's very much lifestyle. It's very much magazine cover. It's something that the city of Arkansas would definitely use. You can see the uplight because of the shadow on the upper side of the awning. It doesn't bother me that much. You see a little bit of this fence here. Also doesn't bother me that much. But I like how you're hitting this really straight on with really great discipline. The leading line with the car lights through. It's dope. Like, it's a simple, clean, effective photograph, Mike. Well done. I just want you to always be pushing your boundaries. Always pushing your boundaries. Push it like, and again, you shot lots. You only get to submit one. So I'm interested in what some of the other frames look like for sure. Definitely interested in what some of your other frames look like. All right. That was Mike Steinmatz. This is Kai. I call this one Taking Back the Time. This was the most challenging assignment yet. I've experimented with exposures ranging from 1 minute to 1 second. It was extremely hard to have any kind of focus on my face shooting for that long. 300 shots later, I found a keeper. Canon R5C, 50 millimeter, 1.8, shot at 2 seconds, f4.5, ISO 100. This is Kai Creates. This is a photo. It's definitely a photo. Look at it as a cover. Kai, this is a really great capture, man. Like it's like you're really trying to swing for the fences. You're trying to do something different. The framing, like I'm going to complain because of how far you are to the edge, but where the shadow line drops, it actually gives you more distance than you think. So like, to me, this works. I like the fact that this clock is here and how it looks like it's coming out of your hand, like the double exposure here. This is dope, Kai. I think this is a dope photo. It's like you swung for the fences. You have good separation between the black and your shirt here. This wins for me. This wins. This is super dope. I'm going to give you an 11. A banger indeed. That is Kai. Kai Creates. This is good, Kai. Really, really good. Wow. Again, like, the whole idea is to push you outside your comfort zone. And it's not going to be any different with this assignment that I'm about to give you. I'm about to give you another difficult assignment. Stay to the end where I reveal photos of the week and also this week's assignment. I get chills sometimes because, let's go. This is Mike Lilly. Mike says this week's assignment takes us to Port Orange, Florida, over a bridge looking east towards the Daytona Beach shores. Shot with a DJI Air 2. Shot 8.4 millimeter f2.8, 2 seconds, ISO 100. Thank you for your continued indulgence. Stefano just gifted a membership. Stefano, thank you. And by the way, First Class Fish, you just got gifted a membership by Stefanos. Welcome to the club. All right. Another Carty crew. This is Stefanos. Stefanos, thanks for submitting. I mean, no, this is not Stefanos. This is Mike Lilly. Sorry. Stefanos threw me. This is Mike Lilly. My bad, Mike. Apologies. Mike, this is a cool capture. Look at the streaks here on the with the cars. These streaks are everything. Really, really dope. I mean, it's an interesting shot. Compositionally, you worked it with the double page. I like the high horizon line, so you actually put your city up here. Very, very interesting. This works for me, Mike. I like the leading line that's coming around here. Everything kind of leads you into these cars. I wish there was some cars going the other direction, going this way with the red streaks that we only see way up here. But again, very difficult for you to control all of those elements. These boats over here, we got quite a bit of motion in these boats, which is cool. And also, you're trying to do a slow shutter speed while the drone is flying. So you're not going to get perfect sharp tack because the drone is like doing its best to like stay in one specific spot, which, I mean, this is way easier to do with on ground photography because you need that stabilization. But I think you executed it well, Mike. I think it's a great capture. I want to see some more on-ground photography when it comes to these kinds of executions because you need that to mix into your portfolio with what you're trying to offer with all your business services. So Mike is in my masterclass with his wife, Cynthia. All right. Mike Lilly, thank you. Stuart, Reflections. There has been a great deal of press about the 80th anniversary of D-Day. I was at the veteran cemetery reflecting on the fragile nature of peace. The sun cast a warm glow, and the sprinklers in the background were not an issue with the 1 second brief. Canon 70D Sigma 150 to 600 at 600. Shot at a second, f/29 at ISO 100. This is Stuart. Stuart, great capture. Great capture. Again, this is this is like a stock photograph. Beautiful cover. Like, this is a stock photograph and worthy of submitting. Like, look at it as a cover. Look at how strong that looks as a magazine cover. And the fact that you have just one that is highlighted with that perfect sunlight makes your eye just dance to this one like right away, which is, again, just great. A little bit of highlight here, but it looks like mist back here, but that just ends up being blurred water fountain. I love the fact that you have like focus on a couple of these crosses, which is really great. And the 600 millimeter makes everything so flat, that like this thing back here, like the distance between this one and this one, they look like they're on top of each other, but there's so much distance between them. But again, it's the 600 millimeter and the compression. This is great. Very good job, Stuart. Very good job. 1 second exposures. The idea was to show a little bit of movement. I mean, we didn't show movement there, but again, still such a great capture. Dana MK. Hey, Carty and the gang. This week's assignment pushed me out of my comfort zone. I'm used to shooting in public, but it's a whole other level when you have a tripod on a busy sidewalk and have to assure everyone it's okay to walk by. Yeah, people in Canada or in Toronto for sure, they're trained to walk around because there's so many movie sets. So yeah, and people are polite, so they stop and you're like, no, walk through. I need you to walk through. Thanks for your time. Here's my submission. Shot with the Nikon D10 810 24 to 70 62 millimeter 1 second f/22 ISO 31. Thank you for your indulgence. This is Dana. Let's go, Dana. Thanks for submitting. Good composition with the double page. Really good composition with the double page spread. You place this and compose this perfectly. I really love the movement. Like this movement that feels like it's flowing through. I love that it gets this almost like a feeling of haze, of light. I like the umbrellas in the background, although this one is growing directly out of her head. So I would have worked the placement to make that umbrella not come directly out of her head. Small things, but again, you notice after the fact, not so much while it's happening. Again, that's just you taking now one step that way, and then that's going to push this either that way or it's going to push it that way. Well, it's actually going to push it that way. And then you just reset yourself and drop it. You dropped this in between, and I know your focus was to make it so the gutter dropped right there, obviously, but the umbrella growing out of girlfriend's head, I'm sure you were not thinking about. So sorry, I accidentally closed that. So that is the one factor that I would want to make sure you're watching for the next time you're shooting. But the movement and the fluidity that's happening, like with this, is amazing. And like this little streak of light up here, the little bit of yellow back here, the hints of yellow, all of this is working for me. Just watch to make sure wifey's not wearing an umbrella hat. This is a great shot though. I like it. All right, that was Dana. Romeo. My submission is this new territory for me. I hope I did a good job on this project. Shot on the Fuji X-T3 27mm, ISO 200 f8, shutter speed 1 second. Romeo is pushing some new limits. Romeo, let's go. Thanks for submitting. Like the idea was definitely there. The idea was definitely there. It's compositionally like the double page spread. Definitely the composition was there. The streaks, like this vibe of the fact that the car looks like it's flying is great. Where we're losing it is the focus, because this color, this magenta, it's like Carty magenta. It's so poppy that if this graphic isn't super sharp and the eyes super sharp here, we notice that right away. So now, because that's not super sharp, now my eye is dancing looking for something that's sharp. And because like the jacket and the hands and the eyes and the inside of the car, and there's just too many factors now that are out of focus. And I'm now also not like, you're shooting this, when you're shooting this kind of stuff, you have to rig the camera, meaning you can't handhold it, you have to attach it somehow to the car. So you have like, you're using the car as a bit of a tripod. Obviously you'd be doing it on this side, but there are brackets, there are arms that like clamp on the door, and there's also suction cups that you can suction cup to the inside of the window, and then at least you have some stability within the car. Because you shot this handheld, or you're trying to hold the like, it's whatever you were doing, it's not enough stability for the shutter speed that we're shooting. And again, the focus, it's like so critical to nail that focus. But what's happening in like, and also look at this crop, like cropped in, rather than showing if this is you here with this helmet and this and your leg, rather than showing that. I mean, I like seeing the gear shifter, but rather than showing that, you just punch in a little bit like this. So we're not seeing you at all. And then now it's just way more her driving. For me, that's way closer to the crop. But again, Romeo, great shot. Keep pushing. And this is new territory for you, but I would love to see you try this again. I'd love to see you shoot more of this. I'd love to see you try to keep doing it. It's like your first attempt. You're going to be, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good job. Good job. I love seeing you swing for the fences. All right, guys, we're on our last few photos. This is Joshua Haney. Ghost in the window. Joshua, great idea. Canon R6, 85mm, 6 seconds, ISO 50, 3.2, dual strobe. This is Joshua Haney. Joshua, let's go. Really hauntingly beautiful photograph. Hauntingly beautiful photograph. Look at this as a double page spread. As a double page spread, this is perfection. Like, we talked recently, Joshua, and I was telling you, I said, like, you're almost like too good for your market. Like, this is such a high frequency idea. The poses, like the light, this is excellent. The blinds up, blinds down, like very, very, very clever idea. Like, this is so good. So good. So good, Joshua. Very happy with this photograph. This is a banger. Absolute banger.
Yes or yes?
Wow. Wow, Joshua. Again, it's like the things that we talked about. I hope they helped you. Dreadfully Blessed. Car photographer. Everybody blessing pun blessings. Hope everyone's well. Here's my submissions for this week. After a cancellation with a model Porsche 911, I went with the contingency plan. I hope you enjoy. Canon EOS R, 30 seconds at f22, ISO 100, 70mm Tamron 24-70, shot at 2.8. This is Sean Thomas. Let's go. Sean, this, I don't even understand how you got this, but this is mental. This is so good. So good. Look at the lights over here. Like, as a location, these streaks, these signs, and just the leading line, like the positive and negative. Look at this as a double page spread. Look at this discipline. This is outstanding. Let's go. Let's go. This is exactly what I need from you, Sean Thomas. Like, telling you, there's no roadblock. There's just contingencies. You just pivot, you adapt, and you execute ideas no matter what. This is says I place red, white, and blue lights on my helmet, in my car, and panned right. Use painter's tape to flag off some of the lights to block some overlapping. Clever. 3.2 ISO 200 and a 2-second exposure. This is Mike Morrison. Welcome, Mike. This is a catch, Mike. I like this a lot. And again, it's unique. It's like I don't even like, where's the head? It's dope. It's a clever idea. This is an idea that you could have used in this, you could have done in the studio. What I want you to watch is watch this edge, because the front of the helmet comes claustrophobically close to this edge. So you have to make sure that, like, you're giving yourself a little bit more space. And if you're starting here and then panning, make sure that you're giving yourself where you're starting. You're not too far over. And for me, you were too close to the chin. But I mean, the Carroll Shelby, like, Centennial helmet, come on now. Those in the know Carroll Shelby made the Shelby Mustang. Yeah, this is it's a really, really great idea. It's really got some Americana, and it's a great cover. This is, again, like, reshoot this photo, shoot it for me. Don't try to associate it with the car at all. Just shoot it against black in the studio, because you don't see enough that this is a car interior. You don't see it. You don't, like, I know it because I'm hyper detailed, but the average person isn't going to even notice that this is a car interior. They're just going to see the helmet. So because they're just going to see the helmet, just show the helmet, and then you're not going to see this streak. And I mean, if you're now showing this and it's shot inside the car because you're shooting it inside a Carroll Shelby Mustang, if that's the case, show the whole car. You know what I mean? Show the whole car. Put the helmet on top of the car. Do it. Put the helmet on the hood. You know what I mean? Like, show the whole car. But if it's not a Shelby Cobra, then just shoot this helmet in the studio and really feature the helmet and make the helmet the star. My 2 cents. That is a new submitter. His name is Mike Morrison. All right. So as mentioned, this is the last time we'd be submitting through the Discord. We're going to be submitting through the new community. I'm going to be making a post in the Discord. I'm going to be making a post and we're going to be turning the photo review folder off permanently in Discord. And what I want to be doing is slowly closing these folders, so there's nothing that's really happening here except for my stuff, new content feeding into like my broadcast channels. But you're not going to be able to chat here. The only thing that's going to say is like, go here for the new community. All right. Alpha Monk is my last photo of the day. Alpha Monk. Stay tuned, by the way, for next week's assignment. Also, stay tuned for photos of the week and best in show. This is Alpha Monk. Alpha Monk is saying F20 13 seconds ISO 200 reflections of summer days. This is Alpha Monk. Thanks for submitting. Yeah, again, I said to you that you do this very well. I want you to realize that you do this very well and feel it, because you do. This is a great capture on glass, and like the glass elements really make this. It's balanced. You're using this and then you're offsetting it with that. So we're using this diagonal composition.
Yes.
You have the bottle rotated that way to point into that corner to offset the things that you have pushing in this corner. Like, this is compositionally strong. The clouds, all of this is just a reflection of a glass table. This is a great shot and a great build out. The top down, like, yes, Alpha Monk. Yes. I've told you, you can shoot this stuff, and you shoot this so well. Don't stop. You're on to something. And you're onto something even with this exact idea. Do this idea again. Do it with many different types of alcohol. Do it with different types. Do it with a running shoe. Do it like, this is such a good idea. I'm going to steal it. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah, please do this again. Please. It's so smart. Please. Alpha Monk, congratulations. That's a great shot. Guys, those are this week's photos. I am going to choose this week's photos of the week, and I'm going to come back to you with this week's assignment. I'm guessing you're passionate about photography, but navigating the leap from hobbyist to professional can feel like a daunting, solitary journey. You know that you have the potential, but what you need is a clear path and expert guidance. I'm sure you also know that photography school costs upwards of $50,000, or maybe you think you're too old to go back to school. That's where I come in. I can give you delivery of my patented Carty method one-on-one. It's not just any mentorship, it's a personalized deep dive into a proven 6-phase system that I've developed over my 33-year career. Together, we'll walk through each phase of the Carty method, tailored specifically to your needs and your pace. Whether it's mastering the art of composition or understanding the business side of photography, or even developing your unique style, I'll be there to guide you every step of the way. You can take the first step towards realizing your dream of becoming a professional photographer very simply. Enroll in the Carty Method one-on-one mentorship today. With personalized guidance and actionable steps at every session, you're not just learning, you're actually transforming. My time is limited. There's only 24 hours in a day, so I can only take on 8 shooters this way. So apply now to secure your spot and start your journey to becoming a professional photographer. This isn't easy, eh? It doesn't get any easier when it comes to these photos of the week, because the level of perfection, I'm almost going to call, with some of these people who shot and submitted, like the level's high. And again, I'm judging you against yourself. So for people who I see like leveling up, yes, sir, calligraphy. Make sure you're making sure I don't forget something. Burn down my house. Did somebody donate? Then I missed it? Kyle gifted 10? Dude, how did I miss that? Kyle, thank you so much, dude. How did I miss the fact that I didn't get an alert? I didn't hear anything. Kyle, thank you. You gifted 10 memberships? Holy moly. Kyle, thank you. Your generosity is blowing me away. Okay, let's just run down the list here. Jay Bakari, Study Hall, James Gregory, Justin, Kareem, D. Wales, Tom, Scatty Waddy, Lashanta, Ed Unchained, all got gifted. Everybody got gifted a membership because of Kyle G. Gangster. Thank you. I'm almost through my photos of the week, kids. I am almost through my photos of the week. And again, we're here. Photos of the week plus one best in show. Yes. Oh my goodness, man. It becomes so hard. It really does. It becomes really hard, man. Honestly, because Okay. I think I have them. Okay, here we go in no particular order. Your photos of the week. First photo of the week, Kirasano. Photo of the week, congratulations, Kirasano. First photo of the week. Again, in no particular order. Let's make sure we are in no particular order. Photo of the week. Next one coming up is Anna Kaya with this incredible photo. Photo of the week. Long exposure category. Anna Kaya, thank you. Our next photo of the week. There's a few. Our next photo of the week goes to Tom Fox photo. Let's go. Tom Fox photo of the week. Congratulations. Amazing capture. Tom Fox. Let's go. Our next photo of the week. Let me make sure I don't miss this. Let's go. Our next photo of the week. Doyle Daniels. Let's go. Photo of the week.
Let's go.
Photo of the week. Congratulations, Doyle. Our next photo of the week. Our next photo of the week. Photo by Ronan. Let's go. Oh my goodness, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. Photos by Ronan wins the next photo of the week. Congratulations, Ronan. Photo of the week. Fast fingers. Our next photo of the week goes to Joshua Haney. Photo of the week, Joshua. Amazing, haunting capture. Joshua Haney, photo of the week. Congratulations. Amazing. Our I'm glitching. Our next photo of the week goes to Sean Thomas. Photo of the week. Congratulations, Sean. Beautifully well executed. Sean Thomas. Photo of the week. Congratulations. Well composed beautifulness. He adapted. Our next photo of the week. The consistency with this guy is almost frustrating at this point. Kyle G. Photo of the week. Kyle G. Brilliant. Very, very well done. Kyle G. Thank you for the gifteds, my friend. Thank you. Our next photo of the week.
Our next photo of the week goes to
the one they call Kai. Kai creates photo of the week.
Well done, Kai. Well played, my guy. Congratulations.
Kai, photo of the week.
You know, sometimes I have to speak higher because, you know, I get bored of having my actual voice.
Our next photo of the week and our final photo of the week. Our final photo of the week. Our final photo goes to Alpha Monk. Photo of the week. Congratulations, Alpha Monk. Congratulations. I am about to reveal the best in show, but not before I give you your assignment. One of the assignments I've given you recently, that has been the assignment that has caused more problems and more lack of understanding probably than any of the other assignments I've ever given you, is this. The lifestyle photo. The lifestyle photo. And a lifestyle photo is this. Regular people doing regular things photographed in a believable way. This is what it is. Lifestyle. Regular people doing regular things photographed in a regular way. But I'm a product photographer. I don't shoot people. Here's what you do. Shoot a hand interacting with a product. Shoot someone interacting with a product. An AirPod in an ear and somebody doing this and putting the AirPod in. Like, that's your product shot. That's your lifestyle shot. I mean, lifestyle is real people doing real things photographed in a stylish way. Now, lifestyle photography is the hardest photography to do. But if you master lifestyle photography, you will never stop working. Lifestyle photography is that difficult thing. Like, how do you shoot it and make it not look fake? Lifestyle photography and how you find it is by looking on Behance. And I'm going to show you some amazing lifestyle thumbnails, even like this lifestyle photography. This is lifestyle. Regular people doing regular things, shot in a stylish way. Now, I've just grabbed any folder, but lifestyle photography is advertising. This is advertising. And understand, a majority of advertising is shot in a lifestyle way. And I get hired to shoot this stuff often because I like to think that I shoot lifestyle relatively believable. And I'll show you some lifestyle jobs where I get hired to shoot lifestyle. Where's a good example of this? Is advertising, but it's shot in a lifestyle way. This is advertising, but it's shot in a lifestyle way. Advertising, shot in a lifestyle way. And you see the ads. And then here's another. Oops, not Great Canadian Baking Show. But these dirt jumpers. This is lifestyle. So learning how to shoot this type of photography is incredibly necessary. And I give lifestyle assignments, and what type of lifestyle do you shoot? Well, you shoot it specifically to your niche. What do you shoot? I mean, for me, I shoot people, but even through my people photography, I managed to have a bit of a lifestyle feeling. It looks real and it doesn't look posy. So this is my challenge for you. Create one lifestyle photograph relevant to your niche. And I don't care if it's horizontal or vertical, but I'm going to lean heavily. Why don't I just change this? I want a horizontal lifestyle picture. We're going to change it. I want a horizontal lifestyle picture because lifestyle pictures are going to be used horizontally. They're going to be double page spreads in a magazine. It's going to be a website opener. It's going to be a billboard in Times Square. Lifestyle picture. Like regular people doing regular things photographed in a stylish way. Like in a believable way. So it's not posing, but it is stylized. So and by the way, you can't do this on your own. Like you can't self-portrait this lifestyle photo. That's one of the rules. No self-portraits. You can't be in it because the amount of care and craftsmanship that you have to put and effort into the decisive moment when it comes to a lifestyle photo, it's too hard. It's just too hard to try to do that. And you also are in the photo. It's not going to go. It's not going to fly for me. And I don't think it should fly for you. So my suggestion, find a subject, find a person who has a hand, find a part of a body if you shoot product, and come up with an idea that you can create a believable situation or photograph a real situation and make it lifestyle. It's going to be a challenge, I'm telling you, and so many will miss the boat, but for those who hit the mark, this will be a portfolio photo that you're going to remember. I promise you, and it's going to be in your book forever. So this is why I give you those assignments. This is your assignment if you choose to do it. Make one horizontal lifestyle photo, which is regular people doing regular things photographed in a stylized way. If you can add a product, bonus points if clearly I know that's an ad for a car, or clearly I know that's an ad for beer, or clearly I know that, like, if you can associate a product to it, now you're really winning. But you don't have to. You don't have to. There's all kinds of lifestyle photos that don't show the product, but they're selling a product. They're selling a lifestyle. Your photo of the week, best in show. Best in show. absolutely show-stopping image, man. This is our best in show. His name is Joshua Haney. Congratulations, Joshua. Best in show. This is fantastic. You and your data, you killed it. This is best in show. Congratulations. Make sure you screenshot that and post it to your socials. Congratulations, Joshua. It's Joshua Haney. That's the best in show. That is your assignment. And lastly, you don't submit through Discord, okay? Don't submit through Discord anymore because the Discord submissions are closed now and they will never open again. This submission will be posted in the new submission folder. If you're a current YouTube member and you're not wanting to double pay, send me an email if you're watching this and I will put you in to the subscription folder for the rest of the month. Cancel this and then you can re-sign up for this. Like, there's gonna be some crossover, but my suggestion, cancel your YouTube subscription under photo submissions and rejoin and downgrade to regular membership, and then just join here. It's going to be the simplest. This is the only way I'm going to be collecting submissions. It's the easiest way. And I have a question. I literally answered your question. So yeah, this is the last time I'm taking submissions through Discord. If you're already, or if your membership if your month just renewed or whatever, just message me. Like, I'll figure out a way to like give you a credit of $10 somehow. I'll figure out a way to give you something, but we are no longer using Discord for submissions. We're no longer using YouTube memberships for submissions. Everything is going to be on the Carty Method. Just go to thecartymethod.com. You'll see all of my info. Carty is C-A-R-T-Y. You should probably be seeing ads down here that said the Carty Method and a QR code and all that stuff all day. So I hope this brings you value. I'll be back Sunday for another episode. Everybody who gifted memberships today, thank you. Amazing amount. And Kyle with the 10 bomb. My guy, you get smoke again because I didn't catch it the first time you donated. I needed Calligraphy, the mod of the Superstars, to tell me. And Calligraphy, by the way, just me to you, please DM me because I want to mod you here on YouTube. You're not modded here on YouTube. I want to mod you here on YouTube as well, but I need a little bit of information. It's not that easy to mod you here. It's like I need like 3 things for you in order for me to make that happen. So Steven C has done that. I've modded him. Obviously, I need some more mods here on the channel. So guys, thank you. Thecartymethod.com is where you go to submit photos. That's where you go to join my new community. It is popping. We got 100 people there in a couple of days. Like literally like that, there's 100 people there. So I'm trying to get all 800 and change people over to this new community. It used to be so hard to submit photos. You used to have to join on YouTube, then go to Discord, and then connect your Discord, and then connect your Discord to YouTube, and then find the submission folder. It's like, I did that for 3 years, and it worked, you know. And now, at least I did it for a year. I did it before with no one even paying. I did it for free. But once I started to have the paywall, it was always managed on YouTube, and now we're changing it. Guys, go to my new community. It is thecartymethod.com/community is where you go. That's how you log in and access it. Hope it brings you value. I'm going to post more of this, like instructions. I'm going to try to email people. This is the next thing. I don't have everybody's email address. If you're a member of my channel, I don't have your email. If you're a member of my channel, I have no way of communicating with you directly. I have no way. Like, no way. So the like 80 something people who are photo review members, imagine if I could just send an email to everybody and like give them exact instructions. No. So I have to chase them one at a time and find them and like see if they reveal their email address on their YouTube channel. Like, it's a whole thing. So if you're watching this, do me a bly, downgrade to photo downgrade from photo submission level just to regular Carty crew, go to the Carty method, sign up in submission level there. It unlocks the submission folders. They're way better. You post your assignments in my challenge assignment folder. There's a new one every week. We can keep track of who wins photo of the week. You can keep track of how many photos of the week you won. Steve C is managing it all. It's all tight like a tiger. Guys, thank you. And also Calligraphy is finding weekly inspiration for all of these assignments. So we got a nice little system going. Guys, thank you so much. I hope this brought you value. Again, the members continue. Carty crew members, that is. I will be deleting the photo review membership level. And that's going to mean that I'm going to need you to rejoin as a regular member so you can participate in all of my live streams. I'm going to be doing some members only live streams. You're going to be seeing way more behind the scenes. I'm going to be doing way more live hangouts here on YouTube and in my community. Again, remember, the members of this channel are the reason that you get to watch commercial-free photo reviews, commercial-free podcasts. So memberships have to continue, or I got to give commercials, and I definitely don't want to do that. So thank you. The members of this channel, you're going to see your name scrolling across the top. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a member. And the people who are scrolling across the bottom, please consider becoming a member. Those are the last 25 subscribers. I love you. Thank you for being here. Guys, if this brought you value, leave a comment. If you watched something and didn't hit the like button, not only does it hurt my feelings, it makes it so my stuff doesn't get pushed out to more people. So it's free content you're watching here. All you need to do is push the like button so more people can find me. Leave a comment, make a clip, share it to your networks. Let's help me get to 20,000 subscribers. I'm only 1,500 away. I love you guys.